Sweet fellow travelers, I welcome you. This is Angelica, creator of Social Spaces. Namaste. Today we are entering November 2024. The central theme of November is to recognize and claim the sublime sovereignty of your innate ability to prioritize your own well-being as the most generous contribution you can ever offer to life. Here is when November's transmission starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The divine order of creative harmony says, beautiful beings of light incarnated in Gaia. The opportunities that are presented to you in the eternal becoming of the now that we share will show you with certainty the interdimensional creative systems that you are preferring to experience the truth. As for the Absolute, what is emerging through unity consciousness is the melody of radical joy and unconditional beauty as wonderful indicators of the activation of the innocent aspect of life that is always here to claim each moment as a sacred opportunity to renew love as the flow of unwavering trust, unconditionally present as all that is. As we had revealed to you through Angelica, since the beginning of the creation of the universe, we had ever attended to the source of all that is ceaseless curiosity. The one who imagined making the impossible possible, that is, to create an entire universe where the experience of disconnection or absence of the divine omnipresence was possible. To this end, we had foreseen two complex systems and their corresponding protocols to create experiences in perfect harmony to fulfill the purpose of each one of them. Yes, harmony is our signature. As the divine order of created harmony, we design an infallible system to have a conscious experience of the impossible. This system has been based in the opposition or denial of the truth of the divine omnipresence, the corruption of unity consciousness. This first protocol is based on the premise that the impossible is possible, that is, that separation from the source of all that is possible. In this universe, the distortion of the absolute truth is perfectly simulated by converting it into an inverted reflection of itself, as a consequence of the applied idea of separation. This protocol of experiences require disowning one's own divine nature, imagining that the presence of love, happiness, or trust can be conditioned, that is, that their absence is real, that lack of love, unhappiness, or distrust exist, for example. In order to achieve success in this program, the aspects of divinity that embrace the source's incessant curiosity also ask themselves if it was possible to deny the obvious, and determined to solve the mystery, they choose to enthusiastically and recklessly embark on participating in this experience. The original protocol proposed a game of charades that involved immersing oneself in a deep sleep in order to assume total identification with the role one chose to play in order to experience the impossible. The paradigm of fear, whose sole purpose has been to deny the omnipresence of the divine, then emerged. The experiences that fear has expressed since then are known as death, sadness, frustration, loneliness, incomprehension, oblivion, rejection, poverty, hunger, etc. At the conclusion of the game, each participant was tenderly awakened and returned to his or her original monad, with which he or she had always been united, to account for the totality of his or her experience. The original protocol evolved and transformed into what we have transmitted with profound clarity through Angelica in the Codex Sublime Sovereignty. For the purposes of this transmission, we will take into account specific circumstances that will allow you a more precise place composition. Following the initiative of the divine order of creative harmony, yes, adopting our guidance, Gaia and the central sun conceive a being of light that is incarnated as the consolidation of the integration of the divine illusion of separation into unity consciousness. The purpose of the human race has been since its conception to unconditionally recognize the divinity of its own existence with an ecosystem created exclusively to deny it as a reality, embodying unconditional love. Gaia accepted the invitation to be part of the universal experiment of separation and assumed the role of the perfect laboratory to harmonize the integration of the divine illusion of the universe of separation. At present, the universe of separation is actively participating in its own transformation through the activation of Gaia's divine codes to return to oneness by regenerating the ecology of integration. We, the divine order of creative harmony, have been assuming different identities to present ourselves to you, the human race, and show you the option to discerning and applying the protocol that offers the most effective alternative to creating harmony, according to your own level of consciousness. This option is only available to you now. As always, all creation is free to choose its own evolutionary path. Hi, I'm making a pause over here to tell you that the detailed account of the development of the fear paradigm as a guiding principle of the ecology of separation, including the origin and purpose of karma and parallel lives, or linear time as past, present, and future, as well as the role of Gaia, the conception of the human race, the various interstellar interventions, meddlings, interferences, violations, and obstructions that have already occurred and are currently occurring, alongside the radical transformations that the original protocol has been integrated into the divine ecosystem of separation, including communication from our galactic family, are part of the Sublime Sovereignty Codex. I leave you the link in the description so you can access it at the end of the video if you will. I'm sure you will be as surprised as I was when the details are revealed to you. We want to clarify that everything, absolutely everything that is, all beings that exist in all universes, are actively participating in the eternal becoming of transformation. While it is true that the illusion of the universe of separation has fulfilled its purpose, those who identify with the divine delirium of the source of all that is in their relentless curiosity and choose to maintain the illusion as their reality have that possibility available to them in the eternal becoming of the now. These are snapshots of the two protocols of the divine ecologies prepared by Angelica. In one we notice the illusion of the absence of the divine omnipresence. Thus, fear is the guiding principle, let's say the root of the ecology of separation. The belief system is the structure that supports the judgments and the doubts that cannot breathe nor flourish. It is an infertile ecosystem. It is a simulation. It lacks the capacity to create life, to renew itself, to adapt and evolve. In order to experience this illusion as reality, based on the divine delirium of separation, or the creation of the impossible, the human beings renounced their essential nature. Each one of them renounced the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love. We also have another snapshot that corresponds to the ecology of integration prepared by Angelica. This system claims the divine omnipresence as the guiding principle of root. The direct experience is the structure that supports the appreciation and the trust that breathes and flourishes, creating life constantly. To recover what has always been and consciously experience this reality, the human being that is you claims his or her essential nature, the sublime sovereignty of the unconditional love. What you have before you now is a fork in the road. Particularly during this month of November, you will be presented with opportunities to discern the guidance you need to create your own path as you walk it, or to follow the path that others have already traced in the eternal becoming of the now. The path embodying the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love is unique to each one of you. We also want to clarify that the Akashic records only belong to the universe of separation. Therefore, in the universe of integration, which is the twin flame or inverted facet of the universe of separation, the Akashic records are not necessary, because karma, being an illusion, lacks of real substance. Linear time, as it is known in the protocol of separation, ceases to exist as an illusion and returns to its divine essence, which is the now. The now is the 0 point, the beginning and the end, the eternal becoming. The path embodying the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love integrates the depth that the experience of the separation protocol has provided, adding the sense of humor of the absurd and the divine delirium that as the impossible possibility of enjoying more of the creative harmony born out of unconditional love. The path embodying the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love expands the capacity of the sensory vessel in the human experiences, allowing direct interaction with beings of delicate subtle bodies and extraordinary beauty and sensibility. Many of you are already having these remarkable experiences. These are just some of the possibilities that will be presented to you in the eternal becoming of the expansion of multiple dimensions of consciousness that the human being is destined to experience as an embodiment of the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love since its inception. What we are presenting to you, dear beings of light, is in response to the call that we made at the moment of your conception, and that each one of you has made to us through your monads. And we celebrate with the totality of the cosmos your willingness to embody the aspect of your divinity known as the sublime sovereignty of unconditional love. Activation. For the ones of you who would like to step into a new universal paradigm, please continue. For the ones of you who would like to stand in the fence, stop now, please, and live in peace and grace. We thank you for your presence. Activation. If you choose to live an incarnation as a participant in the divine ecosystem of integration, full of conscious experiences and creations born out of your sublime sovereignty, please pause, breathe deeply, and with both hands resting on the heart chakra, say yes. Yes, I consciously receive the opportunity to experience a life embodying my sublime sovereignty and recognizing the unconditional omnipresence of divinity in my whole being, as it has been since the beginning, in the eternal becoming of now. Pause. Know that the course of your lives has been consciously aligned with the divine will. Know that we celebrate your contribution to the regeneration of the original protocol as conscious beings of light in sublime sovereignty. Know that unity consciousness is being activated in your centers of light to transform your pain body into a light body. Repeat after us, if you will, please. All that life is, through my being, is the eternal becoming of the one sublime sovereignty, unconditionally omnipresent as all that is. This is the end of the transmission. Thank you for your presence. Until we meet again. We are the divine order of creative harmony through Angelica. Note and invitation. I have accepted the commission from the Divine Order of Creative Harmony to offer you a gentle, fun and personalized deepening and initiation program to embody the Sublime Sovereignty and practice the alchemy of the Paradox Principle, consisting in 8 weeks during November and December. The window of opportunity that has now opened for all of us is ideal to prepare us to enter the next year's energy, contributing as vessels of impeccable integrity. Due to the delicate concentration that my creative processes and life projects currently demand, I am opening only 5 dedicated spaces for the program. I know that the invitation will reach exactly those who are ready to take the next step with me, under the guidance of the Divine Order of Creative Harmony. I know that we have promised each other to move forward together before incarnating, and that whoever crossed the threshold first would be available as an example to transmit what is possible with a generous heart. I know that we know the authenticity of heaven and the simulation of hell because we have inhabited both realms, and fear has recognized the end of its role as a teacher and is now returning to the source of all that is, to the unconditional love that has always been and will be. I know that living paradise on earth is possible because it is the conscious experience that I am enjoying now, and I am loving the opportunity to share the happiness that each one of us is with all that is through all of you. Welcome home. If you are interested, please follow the link that will take you to the invitation and discernment form. Namaste.